Okay, 5,
4,
3,
2.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Tokyo Reds with Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun, and we are back. Yeah, we've had a bit of a holiday, but we are back here in Ueno, and it is absolutely steaming hot today. I am absolutely roasting behind us. Pretty nice temple. It's pretty busy around here today because it's kind of like the Obon season and people are on holiday, and we're kind of on holiday, but not quite for Tom because he's got to go to work in a bit. Anyway, so yeah, summer. Interesting, good and bad, I guess. The pre-season though for Liverpool, fantastic, to be honest. A lot of good results, a lot of impressive performances. So just a little rundown if you missed it, I guess. We beat Tramere Rovers 4-0. We drew 1-1 with Wigan. Then we went over to China, Hong Kong for the Asia Trophy. Beat Crystal Palace 2-0. Beat Leicester City 2-1. Then we had a friendly against Hertha Berlin, beat them 3-0, very impressive. Then it was the AUDI Cup, beat Bayern Munich 3-0, and in the final we drew 1-1 and then lost 5-4 on pens to Atletico Madrid. And then had one last friendly in Dublin against Bilbao, beat them 3-1. Very, very impressive by the Reds, to be honest. So John, how much of a success has this pre-season been, do you reckon?
It's been pretty good. I mean, you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, haven't you? And you can't really take it too seriously. I mean, we haven't lost an open play, which is pretty good. We haven't conceded that many goals, which is, was a big thing last year. And it's been good to see like the youngsters getting more of a kickabout. I think like to Kent, he looked pretty sharp, and I think we've made some good decisions by keeping some players instead of just getting rid of them all. So I think overall it's been quite a success, but you can't look into it too much.
Yeah, fair enough. Tom?
Similar. I mean, like John was saying, we haven't lost an open play. And of course, pre-season, you can't take it too seriously, but I think back to, it was the 2009-2010 pre-season. We'd finished second the season before. Our pre-season was terrible, and we went from second to seventh that season. And that always sticks with me because it just looked like something was wrong. We didn't look prepared. Whereas I look at it now and I say, well, in terms of like the players that have been used, in terms of their fitness levels, and also the goals coming in, like some of the players, okay, it's pre-season, but for them to get, that first goal or to knock a couple of goals in pre-season, it's going to do them good for their confidence. I think it's just important. So yeah, I feel pretty happy with it, but of course we can't take it too seriously. So.
Yeah, that's it, man. Like, it's pre-season. What annoys me is I see some people in like comment sections and whatnot going mad because we like drew 1-1 to Wigan. I was like, all right, just calm down, like, you know what I mean? It's only pre-season friendly, but I think overall we're very impressive, especially against Bayern Munich. I thought we were amazing, but I mean, they didn't have their full strength team, but neither really did we. So no, it was good, really, really, really good. So
one thing as well is just that there's a lot of games, wasn't it? Like a hell of a lot of games pre-season, and that's maybe it's good to keep the fitness levels up, like Tom was saying, because such a long break as well, and it's been pretty intense as well for the players, hasn't it? It's been like game every few days and traveling all over the world, so I just hope they're not too tired for this weekend.
Yeah, me too, mate. Tom, who impressed you the most, who surprised you the most, were the players that stood out for you?
I'd say in terms of who impressed me the most, probably Salah.
Yeah.
I've been so impressed with him, like his pace, his work rate, also like his reading of the game. And I think was it 3 or 4 goals he got in pre-season, possibly more. But in terms of who surprised me, probably Solanke. I hope I said that right. Dominic Solanke, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's done really well, and I'll say for a young lad, he looks confident. He looks pretty fearless as well, and he looks like he's got a point to prove. That whole kind of, he was at Chelsea, things didn't work out. Almost like Sturridge when he first came to us, he kind of been around a bit. He's still young. Solanke. And I'll tell you what, his aerial play is really impressive for a youngster. I would say he's the most surprising. But for me, Salah, I can't wait to watch him this season. I think he's going to be amazing for us. So.
Yeah, no, I think the new signings have all looked decent, to be honest. John, anyone else that surprised you in this pre-season?
I'd say Grujic. Grujic was really good. You know, he's banged in a few as well, but just his overall play, and he's quite strong as well for his age. I don't think he'll get much of a look in this coming season. I hope he does, because I'd like to see a lot more of him. But I thought he's played really well, and a lot of the youngsters have had some really good performances. But like I was saying before, Kent, I thought he's been quite outstanding, and you know, I don't think he played too much. But Woodburn, that goal against, who was it against? Bilbao. That was it. I was going to say Madrid, but it wasn't. I knew it wasn't Atletico Madrid. So, but yeah, you know, that was that first touch and then that finish. So yeah, so I'm been impressed with the youngsters.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's, for me, like, I think all the new signings look decent. Haven't seen too much of Anthony Robertson, but he's looked good. Speaking of left back, so Alberto Moreno has been my surprise. Why hasn't he never played like this before? Do you know what I mean? It must be because the other players aren't giving a fuck. But he was fantastic against Bayern Munich. He was really, really decent. And do you know what? Like, I mean, if we get a good price for him, I reckon we'll sell him. But hey, if we have 3 decent left backs, then not a bad thing, is it? Do you know what I mean? So, your thoughts on the signings so far? I mean, it's not over yet. Obviously, we've still got till the end of the month, so there could be more. Your thoughts so far, though, on the business?
So far, I'm fairly happy. There's obviously the Van Dijk stuff has been going on. Big news with the transfer request yesterday, but in terms of like Salah, Solanke, Robertson, I embrace that. I think there's been some really good signings. I'll say, yeah, I think just in terms of like our attack, I feel like we're actually going to be even better than last year. Yeah, I'm content, but the Van Dijk stuff and, well, sorry, we'll get on to Coutinho later because it's not a signing, but if we keep him, it'll feel like a signing. But I'm pretty happy with it, though FSG, still a lot of question marks. So.
Yeah, John, do you reckon good business so far?
Yeah, it's good business. I think it's all been good business, but it's just not enough business. I mean, you know, especially in defence. You know, I don't want to go down to the wire before we get a defender. I mean, really, ideally, we should have had all the signings we wanted during the pre-season, because then you've got to introduce new players in a new system with no kind of preparation time.